see, I know the new patriotic party no or more trendy ye pa enye easy. Na the former educational minister so so they nisem ebe to just say 2028 election or be say or back standing as Flagbearer the new patriotic party no because enche ombe be nominations for more. Omo pese omo prime minister na ne ento omo so aba na yenyi nipa ba ko ne fa ne nko election no enti na ne oba no no so de ne key point bi abeto to dwa enye ize ene ne nsem no obeka se ono ya ade a wako school onimde onimumra onim senia e wo se nipa bia esi ya obetimi ebu man enti be ya Ghana for emanesa opportunity no because oni na do na kwakufu ado esign pen bia for nani so onim senia amemu ankasa no etie nte be ya this time around that way unity epia na se way nani mepia obi ehu se afede opese onfa ne ho enwram ewo Flagbearership race no o stress obi a ebema na da opportunity no na eno ana Nilante Vanderpoy ababekasa afa ho no so o enkofo ye omudin aba emontin enkanka ene ya wadutrum a oye the former educational minister a o kase wonimde na wakosko edu echire ye de ne ye deputy educational minister ansa na obeye educational minister nyina ehu hia efisa memo no enye school a wakọ na emum ya adwen no ane ye bu man eye nyansa ane yetimi edibu man na enye school enye degree bia wo anya body nkrata bia wo ane betimi aboa wo na wo de bebirim Ghana for ye ne su se ebe ya ye ma wo opportunity no na wonso ntimi enko as president no nsem na obekan ne de na se entwa ye na ne nsem no oguso akasa no se nipa ba konso a emprimpen ya no NPP MPs ni bi enam esuma ase omo ye campaign ahodo ede manepa eye Brian Champon if so no so no on oka NPP no ho a enkofo enim eniema papa na betimi aye ni so ade hunu a ekita the kind of mindset a owo ede ma NPP amanyoko no na fei o man Ghana nti omo susu se so mama that chance na ya de a betimi aboa o man pa ye na nensem no ebusia ye beko akwakotie ni ehu sane a osidi nsem we nyina etudwa.
The new patriotic party, your main political opponent, is gathering, is strategizing, preparing for 2028. With what they've put out there and from where you sit, what do you make of this?
Well, thank you very much. And first, let me say good morning to my brother and say, Akwaba. Yeah. I can still see the eyes on your face. The eyes not better yet.
Still fresh from the visa.
And to Elvis and to all of us here, right. Yes, for 2 weeks now I've been away, and I think it's good to be back.
We're actually expecting you on your birthday week.
He swept all of you.
He swept all of us.
Well, let me say good morning to our viewers too.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. 60 is not small.
Yeah, congratulations.
It's a very good 10 of man's life. You know, that's why we come on pension around the time. It's a pension time for everything. Well, on the more serious note, let me say, well, it's good. I'm happy the NPP have decided that they want to put certain structures in place. Certain roadmaps and certain mechanisms in place in order to get the party back on its feet. I think it's for good. It's for the good of our democracy. If we have vibrant political parties, it helps in shaping opinions and also deciding the path of this country. No one can claim a repository of knowledge, and as such, when we all, in the midst of ideas, we are able to sharpen and also evolve the most appropriate path for our growth as a people. And political parties, if you look at the main objectives for political parties, they don't just only come together to win political power. They help shape opinions. They also act as channels for education and information. So it is good for us to encourage vibrant political parties within the system. Sometimes I feel that it is not even the best for us to have only the NDC, NPP as the most two dynamic parties. I think that other political parties should be encouraged that they also will be strong enough to be able to offer the same level of appreciation of all issues, so that the citizens will have various opinions that they can fashion their thoughts from. Some of these other political parties also have quite good people, knowledgeable people who, because of the performance of their party or the status of their party now, it doesn't make them get that voice and that opportunity, that platform to be able to air their views as much as they would have wished for. So I think that it is good that the NPP is reorganizing. But then I also think that, contrary to what we've all seen, the sort of character and structure we've seen political parties do things in the country, I think the way they want to go, I wouldn't say it's out of the ordinary. And I think that's why someone like Ejakun has referred it to building a roof before the foundation. Because a political party that has suffered such a humiliating defeat would want to first try and organize the grassroots and restore some sort of confidence and hope in the grassroots. And in that, it's also a measure of leadership from the grassroots level to the top. So when we suffered humiliating defeat in the year 2000, what we did was to have a reorganization committee at the National Reorganization Committee, and then at the various regional and constituency level, we had the same to reorganize the party. And that is why our performance in 2004 was better than 2000, and subsequently in 2008, we won the elections because we started a process and built. A political party, when you suffer a defeat like this, let me be frank with you, the basic level is where you try to do things right. So when you reform at the basic level, it restores confidence. And then that confidence builds up to the national level. You don't look at the national level, the apex, and still have the problems at the basic. So I will want the NPP free consultancy to listen to the voices of the people who thought that the party would rather consider how to revive the party from the local level, look at the way they elect their executives at the polling station level, right, to the regional and the national level, and look at all those things. And then when you have done that, then you create a sort of level playing field, because all these people will get involved in the reorganization at the level. All those people who have expressed interest will get involved. So everybody becomes part and parcel of the rebuilding. In that situation, when you now create the platform for people to aspire, nobody will feel that the structure as it is has been built to favor one person or create an enabling environment for another. So I will want them to look at it, as my brother just said, that they'll be going to council. I think these are the issues I will be expecting them to put across to see whether they can reconsider, because I seriously would wish that, but I've also heard some people that all this is a strategic move for the current executives to perpetuate themselves in their positions. Because the fear is that the annoyance and the dissatisfaction at the grassroots level, if they should put up themselves for Congress today, there's a likelihood that they'll be kicked out. You understand? And so they want to protect their interest. And the only way they can protect their interest is to make sure they rather go to the flag bearership. So that when they have gotten the leadership at that level, it creates a sort of stimulant for that leadership to move along with them, so that they could have their backs protected. For my brother Educhum, he's a fine gentleman. I like him for his calm demeanor. I don't see anything wrong with him desiring to put himself up for the flag bearership. But I don't want him to also premise his qualification to contest for the flag bearership because of his performance at the Ministry of Education, because his performance at the Ministry of Education is both 50-50. There are certain things he did, I would think that he did right, but there are a lot of things that he also did wrong. which will not give him the sort of credit he's looking for.
Right.
He should go out there on his person, Educhum,
Yeah.
servant of this country. I've served. I may not have achieved a perfect score, but I've served in humility, in respect. You know? So then people will look at you from that level,
Yeah.
but not about your performance. Because then if people have any issue about the performance of your government or your tenure as a minister of education, they will use that to discredit you. But when you come forward as you, Educhum, who you are, and they feel that, look, I think I would perform better if you elect me as a flag bearer. People will judge you by that. He comes up at the fourth person I've heard wanting to contest, you know. I thought that Jakun will put himself up now, but I've heard that he wants to be the national chairman.
Oh, okay.
And that is good. It's good. It's quite a very level senior old boy. I respect him for that. So Educhum, my brother Seth's best friend, Brian Champong, is also up there. Close to 50% of our members of parliament now, and some of them who have left parliament, I know, are on the field campaigning seriously for him, for Brian Champong. I've also heard that Kenneth Japong, or I know that Kenneth Japong is also on the road already. He's also on the road already campaigning. And of course, the former flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The four of them, I wish them well, but I would say already the campaign has been a bit feisty and also frosty, and I think that they must tone down. They must tone down so that we have a much more disciplined campaign. I want to see if between the two of them is going this way. I want to see when Brian Champong formally throws himself into the ring, what it will look like. Educhum will bring some calmness to the whole game. And for me, I want them to have, any one of them will be beaten by the NDC in 2028 with the same effort we put up in 2024. Any one of them will be beaten.
You think so?
Any one of them will be beaten easily. I don't see any of these people. I don't see any of these people having what it takes to be able to change the narrative.
JM is not coming back.
It doesn't matter. We are building the party so strong at the grassroots level that whoever will put at the top as a flag bearer will still win the elections. That is what we are doing now. We are not looking at the top. We are looking at building the party.
The base.
Make the base so enduring that the party becomes more like the strength and the spirit and the soul of the whole structure and not an individual. So that individual will know that it's the party that is putting me up. It's the party that is going to spare me to victory, and not he being the vehicle to make the party successful. So that is what we want to do. So at the end of it all, we want to build a party that is so strong, that is so dynamic, that is so resilient, that it will be able to champion whoever will put up to victory in 2028. So I wish them well, and I wish Educhum well. He's a very good friend of mine as MPs. We have so many times of discussing issues. Me and him, when we meet to discuss issues, very civil, respect for each other. I wish him well, but I think that his demeanor is still going to give him some advantage over the three people who have already thrown themselves into the race. And I wish him well.
Very well.